Remember a while back when everyone was talking about quiet quitting? The headlines, the thought pieces, the hot takes, people doing the bare minimum, not going above and beyond. But I think we missed something deeper, because quiet quitting was never the whole story. The real thing I'm seeing now, in rooms, in teams, in coaching conversations, is what I call quiet numbness. It's about to get real. Are you ready? Let's go. I'm Jen Kronberger, and this is Brave in 5. Quiet numbness looks different. People are showing up. They're on the calls, they're answering emails, they're hitting their targets, and yet something's missing. The spark, the pushback, the laughter, the sense that anyone is actually there. On paper, it all looks fine. In the room, it feels flat. Quiet numbness is what happens when people have cared, they've spoken up, they tried to change things, and over time, they've learned that their care doesn't really move the system. So they shut that part of themselves off, just enough to function. They're not disengaged enough to make noise. They're not even angry enough to leave. They're just gone in the places that matter most. And this is where belonging and empathy get real. Belonging isn't, I'm invited to the meeting. It's, my presence makes a difference here. My absence would be felt. And empathy isn't, I hear that you're stressed. It's, I'm willing to look at the way we are working, not just how you are coping. Quiet numbness grows in cultures where people are praised for powering through, but not for telling the truth. Retreats talk about vulnerability, but day to day, nobody risks it. Leaders say, my door is always open, but the system never actually changes when someone walks through it. So I want to ask you something that might sting a little. Where have your people gone emotionally, even if their bodies are still in the room? Think of one person on your team. When was the last time you saw them genuinely alive at work? Curious, challenging, offering ideas that you didn't even ask for. Maybe even disagreeing with you. What's different now? Maybe the pace has been temporary for too long. Maybe every suggestion gets met with, yeah, but we can't do that right now. Maybe they took a risk once and watched it quietly cost them. A lot of leaders misread quiet numbness as maturity. Look how steady they are. No drama, no complaints. But sometimes what you're calling steady is actually shut down. This isn't about blaming you as a leader. It's about inviting you to see the systems you're a part of with your clearer eyes. So here's your Brave in 5 reflection this week. First, where might your culture be sending the message, we want your output, but not your full humanity? Is it in how you schedule time? How you respond to bad news? Who gets celebrated and why? Second, who on your team feels a little dimmer than they used to? And what conversation have you been avoiding with them? Not a performance check-in, a human one. Something as simple as, I notice you don't seem as lit up as you used to. I'm not here to judge that. I'm here to understand it. What has shifted for you? And then you listen. Without defending, without fixing, without turning it into a referendum on their attitude. And finally, what is one small concrete thing that you can change that signals your aliveness matters more to me than your compliance? Maybe it's making room for disagreement in a meeting. Maybe it's simply saying, we're going to slow this down, and actually meaning it. Maybe it's backing someone publicly when they take a risk and it doesn't pan out. Quiet quitting got all the attention. Quiet numbness is actually quieter, but far more dangerous. Because once people decide it's safer not to care, you can't motivate them back with slogans or perks or another all hands meeting. You don't poster your way out of numbness. You disrupt it. And you do that by telling the uncomfortable truth about what your system is actually doing to people, by asking questions you're not sure you actually want the answers to, and by changing one real thing, not just the narrative around it. So look at your team with clearer eyes. Notice where the lights have dimmed. Be the one who's willing to say, I see it, and I refuse to pretend this is fine. That's the moment quiet numbness starts to lose its grip. Stay human. Lead brave.